a leper who commanded armies, a slave girl who held the cure, and a servant whose greed would cost him everything. This is the story of Naaman. Naaman commanded the armies of Aram. Kings feared him, soldiers worshipped him, but under his armor he was dying, and no one dared say why. Leprosy, the disease that made kings exile their own sons. Naaman hid the pale patches beneath his sleeves, praying no one would notice before it consumed him. Every physician in Damascus had failed him. Every god he prayed to stayed silent. Naaman was the most powerful man in Aram, and utterly helpless. In his house served a girl stolen from Israel in a raid, a slave with no power at all. But she knew something Naaman's whole army didn't. "If only my master would go to the prophet in Samaria," she said quietly. "He would cure him." One sentence from a captured child changed everything. The king of Aram sent Naaman off with a fortune, silver, gold, fine robes, and a letter demanding Israel's king heal his general, or else. The king of Israel tore his robes in fear. "Am I God, to kill and give life? This is a trick to start a war." Word reached Elisha in his quiet home. "Send him to me," he said, "so he will know there is a prophet in Israel." No fear, no panic. Naaman arrived at Elisha's door with horses, chariots, and soldiers, the full weight of his rank, expecting a ceremony worthy of a king's general. Elisha didn't come out. He sent a servant with a message instead. "Go wash in the Jordan 7 times, and your flesh will be restored." Naaman exploded in rage. "Aren't the rivers of Damascus better than all the waters of Israel?" He turned his chariot and stormed away, humiliated. His own servant rode up beside him. "If the prophet had asked something difficult, wouldn't you have done it? He only said, 'Wash and be clean.'" Something in Naaman broke. The great general climbed down from his chariot and walked, alone, toward the muddy waters of the Jordan River. Once, twice, 3 times, nothing. 4, 5, 6 times he went under the water, but still, nothing happened. The 7th time, Naaman rose from the water, and his skin was new, soft, whole, like the skin of a young boy. Naaman stood in the river, turning his hands over and over, staring at flesh that had been rotting just moments before. He was clean. Naaman rode straight back to Elisha's house, his entire company behind him, and stood before the prophet who had refused to even meet him. "Now I know there is no God in all the earth except in Israel," Naaman said, offering gold and silver. Elisha refused every coin. Naaman asked for 2 mule loads of Israel's soil to carry home, so he could worship the true God on ground from this land. But Elisha's servant, Gehazi, watched the loaded chariots leave and thought about all that silver walking away untouched. He decided to chase it. Gehazi ran after Naaman's chariot and lied, said Elisha needed silver and robes after all for visiting prophets. Naaman gladly gave double. Gehazi hid the silver and the robes in his house, thinking no one had seen, but Elisha was already waiting for him at the door.
Where have you been, Gehazi?
Nowhere, master.
Was I not there in spirit when the man turned to meet you? Naaman's leprosy will cling to you and to your children.
Gehazi
forever.
walked out into the light, his skin already turning pale as snow. Follow for the next Elisha miracle.